Good morning, everybody. Hello. Today we are moving out of our nasty Airbnb RV and we are moving into a new Airbnb, which we're hoping is better.
I love this life with you.
We haven't seen it, except for pictures. We haven't even been to the town that it's in, but it's got to be better than this. I know we haven't really talked about the RV very much. We don't want to be downers, but it's not nearly as comfy as Big Betty, and we're ready to move out.
And it smells like wet dog.
And it smells like wet dog.
So not our best Airbnb find.
No, but in the area, renting a room can be about $1,200. And then we found this RV for $1,200, and we thought, at least we have our whole own space. We're used to living in an RV. It'll be fine. But the standard of RV living in this thing is a little lower than what we're used to. So,
Yeah.
and we're gonna finish packing up, head over to our new place, and hope that we are happy with it.
Yeah, here's to try number 2. The yard is mowed.
Oh, and they got such pretty flowers.
Oh my gosh. This is so great.
Okay, act cool.
Yeah, we can't make it seem like we really love this place or the rent will go up higher. Oh my gosh, they're
They have
watering
sprinklers.
their flowers. They're gorgeous.
We are so relieved. Donna is so nice, and she has redone this whole property herself, and she's done a great job. It's really gorgeous. It's like a little oasis. Safe to say we're very happy. So hi everybody, we're hopping into this video in real time. You saw our little excitement reaction to the new place, and it turns out it was amazing.
Yeah, we really love doing these videos where we get to kind of hop in real time because, as most of you guys know who watch the channel, we're usually about a month or two behind on our videos and our real life timeline. You can follow us over on Instagram, and we do more up-to-date stuff on our story. So actually this weekend is our last weekend in this new Airbnb.
Yes, next weekend we are hitting the road and heading to our next contract for season 5.
Season 5. This season 4 in the Pacific Northwest, Washington, has just flown by.
It has. But we're really excited about our next season. There's going to be a lot of new things, a lot of changes to our vibe, our normal.
Yeah, travel, and it's just going to be different and
Yes.
exciting different though.
Very exciting.
But there's still a lot more in store for you guys to watch in season 4 as we've visited a multitude of national parks, have been on some great adventures, and have even teamed up and met up with some travel therapy friends that we met back in Arizona.
And made new ones too.
Yes.
So we're excited for you guys to get to see those as well. But we wanted to hop in and take a minute to show you guys our new Airbnb, because we showed you a little bit of our previous one, which was a nightmare.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
And now we want to feature this one because it's amazing. So the nightmare Airbnb that we moved from really was a nightmare. And if you saw some of our earlier episodes, potentially episode 1 or 2 of season 4, we talked a little bit about it, but it was pretty bad. We picked a camper because we thought we were used to the RV life, but the standard of care was way different than ours. So there was mold in cabinets and in the shower, and the seat cushions were soiled. It looked like things hadn't been swept or vacuumed or like washed with clean bed sheets. So it was bad.
Yeah, it was
I don't know how we
survived. It was truly that we didn't have any other option for like a month. And I mean, it smelled like wet dog. There was no propane when we got there, so we couldn't cook anything. The fridge wasn't working. I actually had to troubleshoot the system And good thing we had previously lived in an RV, so I knew where the fuse boxes were and could kind of see what was going wrong. I mean, when we first got there, we literally wiped everything down with bleach.
Yeah, bleach water. It was bad.
Yeah, and so it was such a relief to then come here and actually be introduced to the host that owns the Airbnb. And
Donna is super welcoming.
Oh my gosh,
if you're
so
ever thinking
nice.
of coming to the Seattle-ish Washington area, and she is great. She's a master gardener. She's great at maintaining her land and her lot, and she's been updating it for the past 2 years, making her backyard like an oasis to hang out in. So welcoming, so nice. And then the Airbnb is newly renovated and updated as well. So
yeah, and it had everything we needed, truly. It's a kind of a studio apartment setup, but plenty of amenities to really make these last 2 months really enjoyable.
The other upside to this Airbnb, which we actually found on Furnished Finders, which is a common site for travelers to use, but I believe she's listed on both, is the price point. The price point really is good for the area. It is not skyrocket high, not submarine low. It's the perfect spot. So that's another perk.
A lot of you comment down in the YouTube comments or send us Instagram messages about like, how do we find short-term housing? And truly, our first couple assignments, it was just, well, we have an RV and we find an RV park. And then these last 2 seasons, the one in Wisconsin and our assignment in Washington, now we've had to go away from the RV because we weren't finding any RV parks. And so our answer to everyone is usually we look on Airbnb or Furnished Finder. And Furnished Finder is more geared towards travel nurses and then the travel therapy professions. And so those people are used to contract workers. Like Donna, she had a travel nurse here before us and knows that it's about a 3 to 6 month commitment and that things can change on that contract. If they decide to give you your 30-day notice, then they're flexible. Usually those people on Furnished Finders are more flexible to know, okay, this could happen and I might have to leave early. And that is really nice.
Yeah, it makes it easier to step into the monthly rental because they know what's going on. You don't have to explain it to them, and you don't have to be nervous that there's going to be some problem popping up in the future with their expectations for you as a renter.
There's also ways you can filter it to where if you're a solo traveler and all you need is a room and then be able to use a common space kitchen, you can look for that and rent that, and that's a whole lot cheaper. A lot of times we get asked, what is the cheapest way I could like travel and make really the most money and be financially beneficial in travel therapy? And for us, that would probably be, or for a solo traveler, that would probably be renting a room in a home. And so you can filter out on Furnished Finder and Airbnb to just rent that room. Or if you're like us and we kind of wanted our own unit, our own space, because that's what we were used to, you can also look for that. The past 2 months here we have just felt way better with this contract. I mean, this assignment, I know as travelers, where you go back to after work really does make a difference. And we had been, I think, kind of spoiled with our RV. That's typically how we travel. And so we had everything in our own space. And so this Airbnb renting from someone is kind of new to us. And we did not pick the best place. And you could feel the stress of changing to a new location, learning new jobs, and not feeling comfortable at home. Was really weighing on us.
Yes, and if you know anything about the Seattle, Washington housing market, it is wild. The prices are way up there, and the room that you get is really little. But we are very happy we found this place, and it has made a huge difference in our comfort level. That being said, we do still really miss Big Betty, and we're excited to get back to her.
Yes, season 5 will be an RV life adventure. So let's go ahead and we'll hop into the tour of this Airbnb, our life-saving Airbnb. Let's go. So when we first rolled up to the house, we were stunned by the flowers and the beautiful grass and just how well maintained this home was. And so that's when we knew, okay, we might have picked a good spot now. Miss Donna has a green thumb. She has such beautiful landscape and beautiful flowers, and she actually has been renovating this house for the past few years. Everything from the siding, new painting, and all the inside. And then she also added where we have been staying, which is down below in this kind of studio apartment that has a separate entrance. And then just past our door down into the studio apartment, we have an outdoor space that we're welcome to use, which is really amazing. So let's go check it out. An awesome little sitting area with super comfy rocking chairs. And then this right here is actually a little propane flame that we can turn on at night for some nice ambiance. And if we go around the corner, we have an extension of the patio with tables and places where we've actually played cards with friends, and Donna has hosted different parties at. It's just a really great outdoor space, and if you've ever been to the Pacific Northwest, they have some really great summer days to enjoy the outdoors.
All right, so now let's take you downstairs. There's a really nice automatic keyless deadlock entry. So it's nice, you don't have to carry an extra key with you to get into the house. So when you first come in, there's stairs straight downstairs to your studio apartment. And the first thing that you see is the kitchen. Now this kitchen comes with a sink and then a toaster oven, microwave, and a little convection unit stovetop thing. So there's no full oven, no full stovetop, but it's perfect for what we need while we're here short term. So she did an awesome job fitting out this kitchen. She's got really gorgeous cabinets, white cabinets, soft close drawers, and the countertop is nice, some sort of stone. I don't know my stones well enough, but it's just, oh my gosh, when we got here, it was like the hugest upgrade from our little tiny RV kitchen that seemed dirty all the time to this nice, clean, white, sleek surface. So we normally end up taking our little cooktop and cooking right here. We've got a nice deep sink that has a little hose that moves around, makes it easy for cleaning. Also, part of the kitchen is a full-size fridge and freezer, which we're not used to having either. So that has been huge for us. We love it, keeps everything nice and cold. And we're gonna have to pare down on our food before we leave because we're not used to this much space, and you know we've got too much stuff in there. Over here, we have our little eating nook that we use for computer work or eating dinners when we're not sitting in bed eating, watching Pretty Little Liars. And it's perfect. There's nice little benches that she built in that we sit on so they don't take up a whole bunch of space. And we also found the perfect spot for our map. We bring it with us wherever we can as much as possible because we'd love to see all our adventures mapped out. So we hung it up there with little command hooks. We've loved adding to it this season, and it'll come with us in season 5. Another nice thing about this kitchen is the exposed cabinetry, keeping everything feeling nice and open, and it came with everything that we needed. So we didn't have to drive with plates and cups and silverware, mixing bowls, cookware. It was all here and all taken care of, which was a super bonus. Here we have our super comfy bed right next to the kitchen, and I have to say it's really tempting not to get into at the end of a full work day, but I'm thankful that it is huge and comfortable with clean sheets. There are nice bedside tables with lights for your reading at night, and there's also really great outlets. She has got USB outlets, she's got normal outlets, and there's plenty of them. So there's no fighting over who gets to charge their phone or their Kindle. There is also the swivel TV that's right next to bed. So you can turn it towards the bed or you can turn it towards the dinner table, whatever you like. And it comes with, I believe, a couple services for watching, but we always bring our Chromecast and watch stuff over that. So that's what we've been using. She does have Wi-Fi here at the house that you can use, but she works from home, so we always travel with our own Wi-Fi anyway. It hasn't been a big deal. And we have plenty of streaming time to watch Pretty Little Liars. How many times am I going to mention that show? 2 so far. Okay, come on over to the bathroom. As we head towards the bathroom, we're going to pass our closet right over here. It's pretty tiny, but it's nice that there's an actual designated space for clothes. There's drawers in there. There's an ironing board that she's supplied and hanging space for our work clothes. Past the closet is our bathroom, and it is luxury compared to where we came from, even compared to Big Betty. So you step in. One amazing detail that she thought of when furnishing out this Airbnb is she has a whole bunch of baskets sitting around the area for you to put your stuff in. They're empty, and they're the perfect place to store your stuff, which is the key to feeling organized and homey in a new space. Because if you've just got stuff sitting around everywhere, man, that bugs me so much. It makes it feel cluttered. Can't relax in it. But she has baskets. So down here under the sink, we have all our stuff in the baskets. We have a beautiful sink, plenty of towels, and then a huge shower that is tiled and gorgeous with endless hot water. See how huge it is? I could almost do jumping jacks. It's been so nice. We've really enjoyed having endless hot water and enough room to wash our hair. Last but not least, maybe one of our favorite things of this place is the laundry room. That's right, we can do our own laundry in our own space, which I think it's been like a year since we've had that. So we're talking luxury. We've got front-loading washers, soap, dryer sheets. It truly has been so nice to be able to do our laundry all in one place without having to make a special trip and pay extra money with quarters. Also, through this laundry room, there is extra supplies that Donna has, but she's also allowed us to put our extra things back here as well. So there's some storage space for things that we traveled with, like luggage that we don't have to have out all the time, or extra clothes that we don't wear that we need to get rid of. So that has been a huge plus too.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that tour of this really awesome Airbnb/furnace finder. We've really enjoyed it, and it's really allowed us a nice place to retreat to, and then on the weekends leave and go do some more adventures, which you guys will get to see next week. I believe we head next week to Oak Harbor for an anniversary trip, and we get to stay in a really cool Airstream. And so
we can't get away from those RVs.
Yes, we like to go towards the RVs, but it was really fun there doing Deception Pass, and so don't miss out on that next Sunday. If you enjoyed this tour video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel. That helps us and makes us feel appreciated.
Until next time.
See ya.